Hello and welcome. I believe everything is now actually streaming, so I hope you're going to enjoy this little live walkthrough. I'm just setting up a couple of screens while this is going on so that I can go through the whole Biblekasten starter kit, updating it to version 2. I see there is someone viewing right now, which is interesting. So drop a message in the chat. There'll obviously be a delay because of the way these things work, but that's the way it goes. So yeah, I'm really excited to go through this to update the Biblekasten starter kit. I've had a few concerns with it since I first created it and put it out there. Partially because a couple of people very generously actually purchased it. They made a donation, and so that was that's given me extra incentive to really try and upgrade it, enhance it, make sure that it works the best it can. I also noticed some issues with the files that I'd uploaded, that the scripture hadn't necessarily gone up at the time that I'd wanted it to. Maybe there was some copyright issue connected there, but or concern. And since also creating it, I've gone through the LYT course from Nick Milo, and I have better ideas about how I'm using Obsidian. I have more, I guess, again, opinions about how to use Obsidian. And so I think it would be really cool to actually apply these and improve this starter kit. I don't think it will be the same as Joshua's starter kit, which is great. I really recommend, but it will have a few different opinions in here as well. So why don't I actually take you over to the starter kit now? Let's just check if that's gone. Cool. Yeah, so here it is. Here's the original starter kit as it was. And some of the opinions that I had include things like an inbox. And actually, this is something I just don't use anymore. Just don't use the inbox. I've changed from having that. Day notes. Still use day notes. Still use my template for day notes. But I know that the storyline productivity schedule is not how a lot of people use daily notes in Obsidian. Most of them are doing this kind of interstitial journaling that Andy Koof uses. So that's that decision there. Perhaps it isn't as popular with other people. The formatting that I use for home notes, this has completely changed. I don't use I do use note numbers sometimes, but the numbering system needs to be updated for sure. I have like a reference to how to take smart notes here, but there's nothing in there. Life goal, still like this. Zettelcasting process, still kind of okay with this. This actually needs a little bit of updating as well. Topics I'm interested in, maybe that needs a bit of an update. Some of these could too. Yeah, and I think also templates. We're kind of missing some templates that could be really useful, like a book notes template. I've created one since then, and now I think this would be a good time to introduce it. So let's go over some of these. Let's improve and enhance. So scripture, I'm going to keep scripture as the web version, this version that Joshua's made that you can download and adapt. I actually, in my own system, I'm using the Net Bible because I have a physical copy of that. I quite like the translation. It's quite a good dynamic one. Let's actually expand this. I just realized it's quite good one, so I quite like that translation, so I'm going to keep that there. So let's do some decisions. I'm going to get rid of the inbox. Okay, bye inbox, sorry. And in the settings, I'm going to make sure that new notes, nope. Let's just have a vault folder. Keep that for now. So that's how I'm doing it now, actually. I create notes in the vault folder and I move them straight away. It is a bit of an action. It does require some action there, but it kind of uses this section as the inbox then. I get to see these ideas build up. Now, another thing that I'm doing is I've started using resources as a section. And inside resources, I also have notes. This is where most of my regular notes go now. And so that's where things like the Zettelkasten process would go. Zettelkasten would go in there. Topics I'm interested in also probably go in there. Life goal should go in there. How to take, so actually now when we come to a book note, I do have a separate folder for book notes. And this would go under resources. How to take smart notes would go into book notes. How to organize notes in Obsidian. Yeah, I need to update some of this. That should go into notes. 3 main ways. As you can see, I've put 4 actually. There are 4 main ways to navigate. Maps, contents, indices, tags. Yeah, folders, the graph. Yeah, how to organize notes. Yeah, that's cool. Add a folder, chuck a note in. These can cascade and hide content. Yeah, hide content is an important point there. I like folders for hiding daily notes, book notes. Yep. Attachments, things like PDFs. Yep. So this is one of the main decisions that I've made, which is different. I want to only see kind of folders and the core areas and to navigate down using the links that I have here. So I should go into something like topics that I'm interested in. Open. Let's open you in a new pane. Okay, let's close this one. And then from here, I should go into something like personal knowledge management. And then from there, I should go into Zettelkasten. From Zettelkasten, I should go into like the Zettelkasten process. And that is the way that this should, and then into how to read smart notes. So that is the way that it should work now. I should actually like explore down and find those notes there. Let's open up the how to navigate, how to organize notes. Okay, folders, the graph. Okay, tags. So we don't have tags here. Tags are great when you don't want to have a central note. This can be useful for topics or connections where this is actually a bit repetitive, where it's not useful to have a central note, but you still want to see or sort every item. Examples may include people, although I actually quite like having people. I like having notes for people. What's another good one? Another good situation is meetings. This one. The other main use for tags is to show the status or category of a note. For example, to create progress, fully developed, published, and then another way for a category type of note would be like book notes versus literature. I guess we could even say literature notes versus evergreen notes versus atomic versus quick notes. It's kind of a way, although that also includes kind of status. Anyway, again, this is rough and ready. So let's see, that's a bit better. This kind of includes some of my thinking there. Oh no, I think actually, because this is the, the Bible, let's have you open here. I think we should have a section here where it's like scripture. Scripture, help you get into scripture. Yeah. And then we should have a link probably to the scripture home note. I do have a scripture home note, don't I? Scripture. I have one? No, Bible. The Bible, there we go. Okay, and then if I do, oh, it's not created. Is it not created? It's referenced but not created, that's why. Fine, let's create you. Let's put you into rag. And this is why we move, rather than return a folder and put you into here. So this will be in this section, and then what we could do actually is, because there is a category, there is Genesis and so on, right? Boy, that would be very annoying to create by hand. Genesis. Oh, this will take forever. Maybe I should not do that. Exodus. Maybe I can cheat and find it in a browser window. Books of the Bible list. Yes, I'm not showing you this. Complete order. Cool, come on. No, I just want a list. I just want the list. I don't want the descriptions of each one. Man, if no one's... Aha, there we go. Whee. Copy. Okay. Boom. Let's go up to... And then, here's a clever trick, if you don't know about this. Pressing Alt, holding down... I think it's Alt. It's Option on the Mac. Whoops. Whoops. That's going to be a bit funny, isn't it? I wish there's probably a quicker way to do this, isn't there? Oh no. Can I cancel you? Oh boy, this is go. Higgledy-piggledy. No! What are you doing? No! Oh no. Oh no, this is supposed to be so easy, so simple. I bet there's a simpler way. I bet I could just like highlight them all and just like double click or something. But oh well. Oh. Every time this mouse is ever so slightly out of place. I'm also trusting that every book is named correctly. Oh, what have I done? I feel like the bad guy in a movie. What have you done? Okay, but I actually think I can do this, yeah? Ooh. Almost. Let's find out all the like terrible, really terrible parts. There we go, there's one. Okay. It's not too bad. It's certainly going to save me a lot of time, isn't it? Okay. So basically anything where there was no number has ended up a bit out of place. Now the real question is, oops. Real question is something. That is what the real question is. Thanks. Don't think it's listed as access to the impossible in this one. Okay, get rid of you. Poor Mark. Hey. There we go. It's not looking too bad, so I've got that all sorted. Malachi, there you go. What? Because there's a dash there. All these are going to be messed up because who sends 2? Is there any in the Old Testament where it's like a 2 Kings, of course, and Chronicles? Well done, Chris. Okay, almost there. Oh boy. I hope I can, whoopsie, do a speed up with this later on. I have to go through the whole painful process of this if you're watching the replay. Isaiah. Okay, there we go. Ooh, Song of Solomon. Proverbs. Psalms. Ob. A very famous book of Ob. Okay. Nehemiah. Ezra. Whoops. Chronicles. Ooh. So there's quite a few there. Samuel as well. Ooh, of course. Forgot about Samuel. Sorry. There we go. Almost done. Almost done. Okay. Oh. Right. So there we go. We've got books of the Bible kind of sorted. Philemon, Jew, and Ephesians. I can see that you've got an error. Okay. Let's go back to this. Everything going okay. Cool. All right. I think that is. Is there a book of the Bible? Is there a book of the Bible summary? Yes, there is. Wonderful. Cool. So that's much nicer. And if we go from home, we can go into books of the Bible there. That is fantastic. I think that's a good way to navigate from their book notes. Yeah, I want to get the template. So to do that, let's go into my second brain. And let's find my resources because templates are in here. Templates. Let's find book notes and maybe a book of the Bible one. Let's copy these 2. Okay, second brain, go up 1 level into Obsidian, go into the Biblekasten and start it. And let's put you into templates. Okay, paste 2 items. There they are. They're there now. Let's make sure that these are suitable for other people. Yeah, who was it written for? When was it written? Who wrote it? I think let's do something like this. Okay, so this is going to be, this is the kind of thing that you probably want to put into like your Genesis overview. You want it to come down, you want it to be below. Maybe, yeah, let's have links at the bottom as well, actually, because you might have some links, you know, if you've imported some notes on, on a book that was connected to it, you might put some links there. That could be useful. Useful resource overview. I think that's okay. Okay, book notes template. Let's see. Title. Yeah, maybe let's get rid of this. Title. Title's book. Then you've got your URL to put in, ISTV, date read. Maybe that should be started and finished. I guess I'll leave that up to you. What is this book about? Yep, this is one of those questions. What kind of book is this? Okay, I'm actually going to add one more book note. This is like questions, prompts, note-taking prompts. So this is another idea I've come across, you know, how to do it. We'll put it in here. And some useful prompts that you may want to think about when you are taking notes. What is this a part of? What is this made of? That is a useful, those are 2 very useful starting points. What is this similar to? What is this different from? What are some of the good prompts? Do I actually have some? I do have some in my vault as well. Okay, let's bring up my vault. Let's look at the resources and the templates that I have here. Templates, and let's find my book notes prompts, storyline prompts, learning template, new note template. This is one analogy. Oh yeah, personification, definition. Definition's quite good. Analogy I like. Evidence for, evidence against. Let's do that. Yeah. What evidence supports this statement? What evidence contradicts this statement or view? Okay, let's put this up here. What is it exactly? If this is a thing, that's a very useful prompt. So here are some prompts that you can use that you can add to. I really like the personification one. There's some really cool things that you can do here. Operate personification. So I just have this prompt of like personification, and some things you may want to do are like if this spoke, it would say. If this was a song, it would be. What's the other one? And a very good one for like Biblekasten is what Bible verse does this remind me of? So this is one that I've stolen from Joshua, like many things. And Joshua is very kind and very generous and doesn't seem to mind too much. Cool. So here's the start. We've got this here. Templates. So these are some more useful templates. We've got one for the Book of the Bible. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Daily notes. Yeah, the other thing that I've done with daily notes for me is that I've actually brought these into a timestamp vault. And the reason for that is that it then groups them along with stuff like meeting notes, because I take notes on meetings that I have with work, and it's very useful to keep those kind of together and off to the side. I'm not going to do that in this one. I don't think that's perhaps so relevant for you. You know, I really wonder about changing this. I think it's a good resource. I've got it as a separate resource. I don't know whether I should keep it in or not. So I guess I might keep it in and let people decide what to do. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Let's see how to organize everything. My life goal is a useful one to have. Capture when working, thinking, completing. Yeah, that is a remake. Review and refine the experience. It's permanence or evergreen notes. None of these are actually organized. In an index or map of content, explore, look for themes and patterns. What questions you have? This can be done using. Let's add and link to the prompts, note-taking prompts. Prompts, cool. Symbol or text, browser cards, find your software rights based on how to take smart notes. So actually, why don't we do this here? Let's insert the template. Because I don't have templates enabled. Whoopsie. So I need to go to settings, core plugins, templates. Let's add you. And then let's go into, what was it? How to take smart notes. Book notes. Insert template. Oops. Because I haven't set up the template folder, that's why. Core plugins. Templates. Are you here? Templates, there you are. templates, there we go. Date format. Yeah, just use the date format. Cool. Insert. And this should be book notes template. Okay, so the title is How to Take Smart Notes. The author, I actually have his name. I am not going to try and get his name right correctly. Author's name is some arrogance. URL, let's pick up a URL here. How to take smart notes, how to take smart notes. Okay. And the so we'll have a link to Amazon, and we have the ISBN, which is that right? I believe so. Date read. That is a very good question. I am not sure. What is this book about? This book is about taking atomic notes. It's about taking better notes using the Biblekasten method, which helps helps generate more interesting and original ideas for research topics and articles on demand. What kind of book is this? Let's find this one right. Kind of like personal development. Yeah, action points. Use the settle casting process to create, save, review, and notes, and then produce content. Try. Ideas don't. Best ideas usually come from up rather than best research ideas and writing topics usually emerge during the research process rather than at the start by using atomic notes and Biblekasten and the method in this book. You can allow for more serendipitous ideas to emerge. Okay, fine. That will do for now. Let's see how we're doing. Right. Key points is the action points. How is this going? You know, I think it's looking a bit better. It's a bit more organized. Is it less opinionated? Is it helpful for people to start? I think so. It uses more folders, which people probably disagree with. But there still aren't that many folders. It uses, what else? It's using links to navigate a lot more. It's hiding more information, especially with the notes here. But I think that's a good decision. Doesn't use an inbox. I think that was a controversial decision last time, but people could reinstate that. Yeah, you know, I think this is a better version. So what's going to happen is I'm going to finish this off, maybe do some final touches. I'll put this up as a new option to go along with the original Biblekasten starter kit. So people can choose whichever one they want, and then you have the option of sticking with the original, trying out this new version, building on top of that. So I hope you found this interesting if you've been watching along. And yeah, hopefully I'll get to do another live stream again soon.